Hello friends and welcome to my channel if you're new, or welcome back if you are back. Either way, thank you so much for clicking on my video today. If you are new, hi, my name's Rabbit and my pronouns are they, them. And I look a little different. I got a actual haircut from a real life professional who was a friend of Cage's. Her name's Sam. She was amazing and I think she did a really good job. But yeah, I look really different now. First professional haircut in like 6 years, I think. Time for a new look, I figured. So I've got a bunch of stuff to show you guys. Basically, this big gigantic pile bucket of random clothes that I have DIY'd. Mostly like right before Valentine's Day happened, I got super inspired to make some clothes for like a Valloween lookbook. So a lot of the creations are stuff that I made during that kind of little 2-day frenzy of like hardcore sewing, but a couple of the things are like from slightly before that or slightly after that. But I have a bunch of super exciting things to show you guys. Hopefully lend a little bit of DIY inspiration, but it's all just like super fun, exciting pieces, in my opinion. Also, in my last lookbook, I really enjoyed getting to put a little corresponding song to each outfit, so I'm gonna do that again, but as usual, because of YouTube's copyright situation, I won't be playing the song that I'm recommending while the outfit is playing. I'll just write it on the screen and then have it linked below. So sorry for any confusion, but the song that is listed while I'm showing the outfit is not the song that is playing, but both of those will be linked in the description so you can check them out if you're interested. So without further ado, I suppose we should get into it. I will try to do like little try-ons of stuff and show you guys those. Frick, there's so much to get to. I guess I'll start with one of my favorite things, which you might have seen a sneak peek of in my last video. It's this big hoodie that I customized. Originally, it was a Canadian Tire digital team hoodie that I found at the thrift store, and I picked it out because it had just like the softest, nice, like fleecy, warm texture, and it was like nice and oversized, so I was like, I know I can like layer things under this, which will be really nice. I've been missing wearing my patch jacket that I love because all the leather is peeling off it, so I didn't want to go with another like faux leather situation, but I thought, considering I'm Canadian and deal with Canadian winters, something like a hoodie that I can layer but also like be cozy and like just with that and like a t-shirt or whatever in the fall would be like a really good thing to work on. So yeah, this is basically my patch hoodie. All of the patches on it are ones that I have stenciled myself, and I have quite an extensive tutorial on my channel about how to stencil. It's very easy, super satisfying. You can get all sorts of delightful designs of whatever your favorite bands or movies or characters or whatever you want are onto whatever piece of clothing you'd like. So this is how it looks on a little bit. Obviously I'll like show a better side by side, but let's go through the patches that I sewed on it really quick. Some of these are reused stencils from my previous jacket, but some of them are fun and new, so let's start with like some of the fun new ones. At the bottom we've got Dr. Frankenfurter from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I just kind of took a screenshot that I liked of him and then put it in black and white and turned the contrast way up on like Canva, printed it out, and then just wrote with regular fabric marker, "Don't dream it, be it." Plus I use the fabric marker to do some of the finer details, like the pearl necklace and the little boss script on the arm, but I think it looks really fantastic. Got a trick or treat. This was reused from my Halloween jacket that I also have a tutorial of on my channel. Then at the top of this sleeve, we have this Living Dead Dolls patch. I actually don't have any Living Dead dolls of my own, so like hashtag poser, but I think they're really cool and really cute, and they have a really fun logo. And as a person who has spent multiple hours on their website reading everyone's bios, I feel like that's enough fan behavior to put a patch of them on my jacket. So yes, the Living Dead Dolls patch is a lot of fun. And then up top above it, I put an Exorcist patch, which is one of the Living Dead dolls. Basically, when I was looking at pictures of them online, all of the older like series 1, series 2, whatever coffins have really wonderful art of the dolls on the chipboard, and they're all like kind of like with their hands out, and it's all like very fun and spooky. So I decided to take some of my favorite ones of those and like crop it and put it in black and white and then try to make a patch of that. So yes, that is the Exorcist art. And then next to that we've got Raven from Vampire Kisses comics in just a really pretty scene of her. I just basically was looking through the comics for like my favorite kind of little images of her, took one on my phone, blew it up, made the patch. Very good. Then let's move to the other sleeve, I suppose. This is mostly reused ones. This beef one, I remade it, but it's the same as one that I have on my jacket. This is one of my favorite characters from Phantom of the Paradise. I love musicals and one of my favorite musicals. We've got another one of Raven from Vampire Kisses. This is just like such a pretty picture of her. I think she's just like one of the prettiest characters ever. Then we've got this Emily the Strange patch that kind of looks like a vintage horror-y zombie thing. Basically with the Emily the Strange ones, I just looked up Emily the Strange pictures online, and when I found the ones I liked, used them as patches. Beat It Creep, this is also one that I remade, but was also on my Halloween jacket. It is a screenshot from the movie Crybaby, where we've got Wanda telling off this creepy guy. Very, very cute. And then up top we've got Little Shop of Horrors, which is another fantastic spooky musical that I adore. Then let's go to the front of the jacket. We've got Emily the Strange's cats here together. We've got a Crook Shadows patch. This one I made quite a while ago for another project. This kitty patch, which was one of the second series of like Living Dead dolls, so she's like quite early, but she's so cute. She's got like a little sulfur symbol on her dress and just like very, very adorable. We've got 45 Grave, which is a lovely kind of horror-y band that I've been really into lately. Paralyzed Age, which don't look at too hard because I totally misspelled it. This, kids, is why you use chalk and like trace out your things before you write them down, because paralyzed doesn't have an S in it, it has a Z in it, but it was too late and I figured I'm illiterate, what can I say? And then this is kind of like a screenshot from the Begoth comic book. They had so much pretty character art in that I like had to put one of them on my patch. It just like looks so, so pretty, and I love the Begoth's doll line, so I thought since they didn't have any like great doll art that I wanted to like copy that wasn't like official art, this was like official art from the comic book, so I figured I'll use that. Then we've got Virgin Prunes patch below that, and which is a band, and Labyrinth, which is an amazing movie with David Bowie in it. Absolutely love this movie. If you haven't checked it out, just super magical, whimsical fun. Then on this side, we've got Elvira, Mistress of the Dark up top. This is a reused patch that I still had the stencil of. Cinema Strange, wonderful, amazing band. Highly, highly recommend them. Sisters of Mercy patch. I'm really proud of the fact that this is a stencil. Like, it's so cool how much like really fun detail you can get with that. Then we've got a patch of Frankenstein's Monster. This is one of my absolute favorite spooky old movies. Then we've got a Cramps patch, that's a band. Got Scorpio Vixen, which is another character from the Begoths comic. So it's kind of hard to see there we go. I'm like trying not to distort it too much, but she's really, really pretty. And she's got like this like pretty scorpion on her face, and like in her eyes she has like kind of like a planet almost in one, and then like this little toxic symbol in the other. I just think she's really, really gorgeous. We've got a Dracula patch, which is one of my favorite old spooky books. And then on this side we've got little Emily the Strange patch with like her cats, and it like kind of looks like a Queen album cover, which is great because Queen's an awesome band. And then for the back of it, sorry, I'm like going through literally every single thing on this jacket. Got Ramshackle Glory, which is a great folk punk band. Nightmare on Elm Street, amazing horror movie franchise. Freddy's one of my favorites. We've got this troll doll. Basically for this one, I just found a picture of a wizard troll doll that I liked and did my best to translate it into a patch. It almost looks like a lino cut, I feel like, with the way that I did the hair, but I'm really, really happy with it. And the face, a lot of it is just drawn in detail with like a fabric marker, but I think it still works out. Then we've got Fiddlar, which is one of the earlier bands that got me like into punk. Got Children of the Corn, which is an amazing Stephen King short story and also a super corny, fantastic, spooky movie. Voltaire, which is a wonderful, wonderful artist, both musically and like visually, does amazing, amazing stuff. He's on YouTube, check out his music, check out his channel, he's incredible. Penis Flytrap, which is Dinah Cancer from 45's Graves band that she like did after Bauhaus, obvious. Horror Vacui. I don't know how to read Latin, and I have not heard anyone say this name. I've only seen it spelled. I probably should have looked it up and not made a fool of myself in this moment, but we've got that patch, and I really like it. Their logo is so fun because it's got like a bat and like a cross and like a candle. It's just, they got a lot of really good design elements in there, so I just love that. Then going down the center, we've got Diego, the skull animal bat, who is super cute and iconic. Got the Scream mask, iconic comedy horror. Then we've got Jack the rabbit skull animal, and then this cute little bat patch that originally I made for a different project, but it didn't pan out, so I added it on this. Hellraiser, which is a fantastic movie series in my opinion, even though some people think it's corny and awful. I adore it with my whole heart. Wingnut Dishwashers Union, wonderful folk punk band. Rocky Horror Picture Show, as we discussed, incredible cult classic. Lost Boys, wonderful vampire movie set in the 80s. Johnny Hobo and the Freight Trains, wonderful folk punk band. We've got The Cure, wonderful, wonderful band. Lestat, which another one that has a fantastic logo because it like looks like it has vampire fangs in it. I have so many like fond memories of like reminiscing with my friend as a young teenager about Lestat. Got Mischief Brew, which is like another amazing folk punk band. I haven't done anything on the hood yet. We will see if that changes. I have been toying maybe with the idea of like doing moons across it because I have a hoodie with moons that's like absolutely falling apart and I like that design a lot, so I might do that again. But for now, it looks like this and I love it, and it's already accompanied me to one goth show and one 80s horror movie night. So we're on a good track record with this sweater. It's so cozy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Another sweater for you guys. You might have seen this in my Valloween lookbook, but it's updated with a cute little bat patch. I wanted a bat that looked kind of like goofy and like medieval, or like goofy and cute. So I made originally this as a possible option, but I ended up settling on this that's a little bit more based on like a medieval bat drawing that I found online, or like lino cut. So yes, this is the bat hoodie. I essentially made it out of a long blanket type tube that I found at the thrift store that was like this black material that's like this on one side and like that super cozy felty stuff on the other for like $6. So that's how I made the little bat wing cape. I will have a tutorial on how to make capes coming up that you can modify to make like a bat wing one. And then on the back I just put these felt embroidered bat wings that I made just to sell the illusion a little more. I also put this big goofy hood on it that has these big goofy felt ears, and basically it's just goofy bat poncho of my dreams. I've been like seeing them online for quite a couple years from like fast fashion websites and been like, those are so cute, but probably doable to make by oneself. And I think it looks really, really cute. I also think I fixed the snap on it finally, so this should hold together better. Yeah, in my Valloween video it wouldn't like hold together because the snap was way too small, but now it is much better. Though it looks kind of weird with my bangs. I still can't tell if the bangs look good or if I look insane. And also, I was hoping that they'd be like a little bit more pointy, so we might see them get a little more pointy in the future. That's not what this video is about though. That's the bat wing hoodie. It's very cute, felt, warm, toasty, and I love it. Another kind of bat item that is sort of based on the shirt that I'm wearing right now. This was another tank top that I DIY'd and I have a video on how I did that. But a while ago from the thrift store I had found this black tube top that had these big brown buttons down it, and I had gotten it to do something with. I wasn't sure quite what yet. And I put a bat on it, which is like the same red velvet material of this shirt, but I think it looks really, really cute. I did it in this kind of very like 90s sort of like cheesy tattoo design. Basically I just looked up bat silhouettes and picked one that I liked and tried to imitate it as best as I could and drew it on paper and traced it out, put it on this, and off we were. I also made sure to like pin it down while it was stretched out, obviously because with stretchy stuff you don't want to like pin it while it's flat and then have it all break when you put it on. So yes, that's the little black and red tube top, kind of just a rework of this. This one has like the big cross on it, and I thought it would be fun to make something a little more vampy. Cute, fun, nothing too special, but I like it. Okay, next, this is very, very exciting. Essentially, since I was like first introduced to the alternative subculture, I think what happened was I was in Home Depot as a child one day and I saw this person who in retrospect was like a cyberpunk, but they had like all this like black and green super out there aesthetic with the dreadfalls and Tripp pants and like all these things, and it just like absolutely blew my mind that like someone could look like that and do that thing and like be like that, and I was like, what? Like after that I like didn't kind of know about things because I was like still quite a young child, and then like at like 10 or 11 or 12 I like started like refinding out about alternative subcultures and like being able to dive deep into them, and I was just like, oh my god, like my world is exploding. And ever since those days I have thought Tripp pants are so cool. And I know some people think they're cringy. I know that they're like kind of coming back into like trendy zone now, so like that is great because now people can like find them more easily, and like hopefully people don't get made fun of for wearing them. But I just think they are so freaking fun. Anything that's like over the top, tons of straps, tons of details, tons of like little things. I love stuff like that. So I just think Tripp pants are amazing. However, I have never really been a fan of baggy pants, and I've also never ever been a fan of spending like $200 on, like, are you joking me? I feel like even back in the day they were not cheap, which I remember as like a 13-year-old like lusting over these pants and being like, these are $170, it's never happening for me. So what does one do? One finds pants at the thrift stores and turns them into their own Tripp pants. Yes, they did. So finally, my 14-year-old dreams have been realized. I have made my own Tripp pants. This was a pair of plaid kind of legging type pants, like they're very stretchy, that I found at the thrift store for like under $10, and with pieces of plaid and pieces of metal hardware that I'd collected over the years, I have turned them into something extremely exciting and over the top, with stupid non-functional zippers and delightful big baggy rings for no reason, straps and things that can get tangled when you walk, and just, oh, it's everything that I ever wanted, you guys. This was a mask that Cage bought online when the pandemic first started, but it didn't fit him ever, and he gave it to me, and I turned it into a knee patch, and it's so cute. Plus I just added like tons of weird random metallic details. Basically, I did film the process of making these, so that will be up on my channel if you guys are interested, but I just want to give a sneak peek because I think these are so freaking fun, absolutely adorable. I'm obsessed with how many stupid straps and fun hardware and jingly bits and everything they have on them. I even added my own pockets because of course they were those evil pants that don't come with pockets. Disgraceful, you people. Yeah, I love these guys, and I'm really excited to have my video uploaded where I like walk you through how I actually made them from start to finish. Next, I have a ton of capes. This is also something that I filmed, so this will be up for y'all to watch if you would like a tutorial on it soon, hopefully. Capes are one of the easiest things to make. Like, it's basically a circle skirt cut in half, and if you are a beginner sewer, like, that is one of the first projects that lots of people will get you to make, is like a circle skirt. So yes, I have made a bunch more capes. These have been a staple in my wardrobe for about a year now, I want to say, but this is a new one that I made that has like black witches on mesh with bats and stars, and they're like flying on broomsticks. Plus I added all this scrap spiderweb material that we'll get to in a moment. Cape number 1, love her. Cape number 2, a little bit more elegant. I did it in gold with this fancy clasp that I totally stole off of this other cloak that I had gotten from the thrift store, but it had like 2 sets of clasps, so I was like, I'll just steal that bottom one. And I think it works really well. This was material that I found right before Halloween, so it was like on sale because it was like August and Halloween wasn't like a thing yet, so they were like putting it in the 50% off bin, which I adore. So it's like these gold cats on the moon with some stars, absolutely beautiful mesh with like the gold glittery. It's like a little costumey, but I don't care, I like costumey. And around it I put all this lace that I found at Fabricland on sale. It was like these giant spools of this like gorgeous eyelash lace that were like $4.99, and I bought like all of them because they were just so good. And then every time I went back they had more of them, and I was like, how much of this like gorgeous lace do you guys have that were just like in big spools for, yeah, very cheap, which is great because normally lace is stupid expensive. Yes, I really, really like how this one turned out as well. It's quite elegant, so it will probably get like a little less wear, especially since it's gold as well. But I honestly just enjoy making capes and fun things like that, so it's all good. Next, this was a really simple DIY. This was just, I took a black skirt and put 2 slits up the side to make one of those like super fun skirts that I've seen. I was in the summer in Kelowna. I was watching these 2 people walk down the sidewalk, and it was like a bride and like I think a bridesmaid, and the bride was like in this white dress that was really pretty, and the bridesmaid was like in this black dress with like this plunging like leg, and I was just like, oh my god, it blew my mind. She was just like so gorgeous, breathtaking, whatever. Ever since then I've been like, it would be really cool to have one of those skirts that has like the 2 slits up the legs. So I just got a skirt from the thrift store, cut the 2 slits up the leg, and voila. So yeah, if you ever like see a thing on like a fast fashion website or like on someone else that you're like, that looks really cool, I would like that. Instead of like the first instinct being like, where can I buy that? You can maybe think about like, oh, is that like a thing that perhaps I could DIY myself? Like a black skirt with 2 slits up it, like that's, a lot of people can do that. DIY is awesome, and it doesn't have to look neat or professional. It's about like making things that mean something to you and like having fun, you know? Is this anything? Oh, haha, I forgot about this. This was, okay, another thing that I had seen people have online were these like spiderweb crop tops or spiderweb mesh tops that were just like so freaking gorgeous, and I like kept seeing people wear them and they'd say they were like from Shein or AliExpress or like whatever, which is, I mean, do what you have to do, but I was like, that can't be that hard to make. So I took a shirt that I had that I liked and some spiderweb fabric that I had left over from Halloween, and we got a spiderweb top to layer with. It's not very stretchy, so I did make it quite oversized, but I think it looks quite good like under a big t-shirt or something. Basically, if you have a piece of clothing that you like the shape of, chances are you can use it as a pattern to make something similar in like a new material. Like I took one of my favorite long sleeve shirts and one of my favorite fabrics, which was a spiderweb mesh, made this. So yes, very fun, exciting. With the spiderweb fabric, I also made some arm warmers. Very fun for when I don't want to wear the whole t-shirt underneath. I think detachable sleeves are just like so freaking fun. These ones I kind of just like sewed into like a bell shape, but you can do them straight or flat or look up different templates for sleeves if you want a specific droopiness or whatever. Very exciting. Next we have this. This was inspired by, I think it's Yumi King, but I'm probably wrong on that, and I'll link their channel below. They had a tutorial on how to make like a little spiderweb top and skirt set for Halloween, and I just thought it was like the cutest thing ever. However, I thought it would be fun to make it as like a dress to go over other dresses instead. So that's what I ended up doing. You will have seen this if you saw my Valloween lookbook, but I still think it's just a lot of fun. It just feels like a little slip dress, and it also looks really good if I do tie it up as just like a shirt, like tie up the bottom of it and, you know, with an elastic or whatever. So yes, very fun and versatile piece that I will be excited to incorporate into my wardrobe more, and the tutorial is really, really wonderful. I highly recommend this person's channel. They have so many good ideas on there and just super, super talented and good creativity, inspiration, etc., etc. That is this fun little thing. And then, you know how we were talking about circle skirts and how simple they are to make? Well, I made, man, my first circle skirt in a really long time. I feel like I would make them back when I was like first starting to learn to sew, but I hadn't made one in so long because I just hadn't like the need for one. But this one is wonderful. I made it, you've seen it if you've seen my Valloween lookbook, but I made it with some fabric that I got from Spoonflower by the artist Joanna Parker online. This is just like some really lightweight cotton. This skirt looks amazing with a petticoat underneath because, to be honest, the fabric itself is not the best material. It's quite thin cotton. However, I will completely forgive it because this pattern, are you joking? This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Really, really cute. Probably kind of a more seasonal outfit because this is not super lately been my aesthetic, but once I get back into like pastel goth, which I know I will because I cycle in and out of things, I will be really looking forward to wearing this. Next, this was super simple, and I'd been meaning to make these forever, but basically it's really easy to make batwing hair clips or bows or whatever from felt or leather or any kind of black material that you have lying around, or colored material if you don't want to use black. These ones, I basically just looked up a tutorial on YouTube for how to make bat bows. A million popped up and I took my pick. I forget which one I used at this point, but I just made these cute little bows out of felt. I did just make them for the Valloween lookbook, but I think they will be fun and useful in other looks as well, though I might snip the hearts off here, we'll see. But yeah, they're just like cute little hair bows. I think hair bows are a lot of fun and I want to incorporate them into my looks more. So yes, very easy hair accessory and I enjoy them a lot. This is a piece that I am so excited about because I, a while ago, had gotten this black dress from the thrift store that I was like, this is really pretty, but because I wasn't able to try it on, I wasn't sure if I would like it or not, but I figured if I really hate it that much, it's a really nice material and I'll be able to reuse it for something. I think it was about $8 or $9, so it was like a little bit on the pricier end, but I don't care because what I ended up making out of it was so fantastic, because to my dismay, when I got home and tried it on, I was like, wow, I feel this is not, like, the shape was just not suited for my body type. It was very much giving me like Little House on the Prairie, which is not what I'm trying to channel at the moment, which, you know, it's fine if you are, but not what I am going for at the present moment. However, when I was watching a bunch of fashion videos, I had seen these gorgeous people with these like kind of high-necked, long-sleeved, cropped shawls, shrugs, something like that, and I'm pretty sure they were from Dark in Love, and when I did find them on Dark in Love, I found that they were about like $70, $75, which I'm like, makes sense because it's an incredibly beautiful, intricate piece. However, for myself, knowing that I would not wear it that often to make it worth that price, and just like with the conversion and the shipping and the like, it was just not gonna happen anywhere in this lifetime. So what I did instead was make it out of that black dress that I had. Basically it's just, I took a shirt that I liked the shape of and used that as like the template for like how wide everything needed to be. For the sleeves, did I use the original sleeves that were on the dress and just puff them out more? I think I might have, because one of my favorite things about the like little shawl thing was how like enormous these sleeves were, and I'm pretty sure I like took the sleeves that were already on the dress and just added an extra panel to make them extra big and floofy, so they're just like super dramatic and then still thin at the top. And then I had all these leftover big bat charms that I got in like a big value pack from, I think, Amazon like a long time ago. So they're just like these little bats that have like these 3 points, and I put a little chain and a lobster clasp on them so you can clip it together there, and it just like acts as like a fun little neck piece. I could also have done it with like a snap or a ribbon. You could do whatever you want with this, but basically I ended up with my own little bootleg version of the fancy shawl that I wanted so bad but was absolutely not going to pay $80 for. So yes, wonderful use of that dress. I am so happy that I bought it despite like not being sure about it, because it turned into something that I'm just like so happy with. This took me about a whole day to figure out. Like I think I spent just like from 9 a.m. to like 5 p.m. like trying to figure out the pattern and do this and do that, because I kept like trying on the pieces of pattern that I was drawing on wrapping paper, and it was just like, well, I hope this works because I only have one dress to mess with and there's only so much material on it, but it worked out wonderfully, and I have a little bit of leftover lace, so very pleased about that. This I might as well show. This was kind of like a failed project because sometimes things don't work out, and that's okay. This was my first attempt at making the little spiderweb mesh top thing. However, I cut the triangles way too small, and when I tried it on, like tried it just like this, I was like, that is indecent. Even with the thing over top, it would just look super weird. So I might eventually turn this into just like a tiny bra, because the rest of it fits. But like in terms of turning it into like an over thing, that's not gonna work, but turning it into like a tiny under thing, that could potentially work. We'll see about that, but yeah, right now it's just kind of floating fabric that might or might not get repurposed into something else, because this is like nice elastic that I use for the waistband, and like these clasps are totally usable. Like I could take this apart and reuse it, but we'll see what the fate of this ends up being. And I don't remember what this is. I've been looking for my glow-in-the-dark shirt. This doesn't matter to you guys, but I've been looking for this fucking shirt for like 3 weeks, and I'm so mad because it's here. This is my favorite shirt to sleep in. It's perfect. It's like so comfortable. It's like long sleeves and it glows in the dark, and I was so sad that I couldn't find it, and I kept stealing Cage's, but his was too big for me. And now that I finally have this again, you have no idea what a happy camper I am. I am so happy I filmed this tonight. This is like the best surprise that could have happened. Okay, I have one more thing to show you guys. Thank you. Last thing, I honestly can't remember if I showed this or not in my backpack cat video. I think I might have, but I made another Emily the Strange bootleg plush. That's what I'm calling them, because basically if you are an Emily the Strange fan, you know that there's so many adorable plushes and dolls that got made of them. And one time I saw the purple, I think it's the purple mystery plush on Facebook Marketplace for like $25, and I didn't snag her because I was just like, oh, I'm sure I'll find her some other day. And I rue the day to, like, that was, you dummy. Like, they're so good. All these Emily the Strange plushes exist, and every time I've seen one on my Facebook Marketplace, I have not nabbed it, and I hate myself for that. So instead, I have started making my own. This is the latest installment. I got this Emily the Strange calendar from this guy on Facebook Marketplace, and one of the pages has Emily with this like two-headed cat plush that is just like the cutest thing ever, and I'm pretty sure it's in one of the books as well, but ever since I'd seen it I was just like, this is the cutest thing ever. So I decided to make my own two-headed cat plush version of it. Because I am bad at like spatial reasoning and stuff, I think the legs are inverted perhaps, because you have to like sew everything inside out to make it all like nice and clean, but it is what it is. I made the buttons for the eyes out of clay since I didn't have buttons that were big enough, and the ears are just like little pieces of super thin felt, so you know, it is what it is. He's kind of floppy, but very cute, and has little bunnies. Because I didn't have all the materials like proper to make what I wanted, basically this was all just extra leftover materials that I had in my sewing bag. This was a t-shirt, tank top, t-shirt, tank top, baby clothes, old bed sheet, and probably a t-shirt, and then just like random pieces of felt that I got at Michael's or the dollar store or something like that. So yes, this one is my little two-headed cat, and I think they're super precious. So that's got to be my whole pile of my latest DIYs. I hope that this video was perhaps inspiring in some way, and I want to give a shout out to this channel that I've been watching that has been so inspiring to me lately. Heidi Hazardous on YouTube. They make incredible DIY content. They are definitely more in the cyberpunk style, which is a style that I admire from afar, but probably will not participate in anytime soon. But just like the way that they DIY stuff and the fact that they like show their stuff all the time is absolutely inspiring. So I'd highly recommend checking out their channel after you finish this if you're interested in some more DIY inspiration. Otherwise, go forth and make your stuff, create your things, wreak havoc on your wardrobe, and I hope you can make things that are uniquely fun and make you feel like yourself, because that's what it's all about. It's not about being perfect or looking professional, it's just about trying things and having fun at the end of the day. So thank you so much for watching until the end. I really had fun showing you all my latest creations, and I'm excited to crawl back into my little cave of creating more exciting little materials and clothes and dolls and whatever other exciting things are in this future for me. So we shall see. I hope to see you in the next video, and thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night or whenever this is, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!